them up on Facebook at Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
By author Derek Shelmerdine.
Available now.
You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
Join the radio revolution right here.
It's better than some good Thai stick, man.
Yes, I would like some too.
Now, Donald Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, wants a lawsuit brought by porn actress Stormy Daniels moved to federal court and claims the woman could owe $20 million in damages for violating a non-disclosure agreement. Why do you care?
Oh, baby.
So the truth might come out about Donald Trump having some kind of relationship with a porn star. Most people don't give two craps about it, but because it's coming out, she's probably going to make a lot of money. They're going to try to sue her for $20 million. Again, this is the best we had to offer. Again, this was the best the Republicans had to offer in the last election. I mean, we should be thankful, right? Here's Hillary. She goes to India, and she slips down the stairs despite two men holding her up. She can't even stand up anymore. I mean, it's a shame. This broken down lady. That's not all, though. Hillary fractured her wrist after slipping into a palace bathtub during the India trip. Again, this was the best the Democrats had to offer. A woman who could not do all the traveling that is entailed when you're the president, who's falling apart. It's sad to watch. So that's why, or at least part of the reason why we get a Donald Trump. He was more physically fit, if you can imagine that. More physically fit than Hillary Clinton. Her wrist injury is worse than originally thought as well. So who knows what's going to come from that. She canceled her appearances in Judapar, or whatever that city's name is, this week. Doctors advised the 70-year-old to rest, but the pain grew unbearable, so she was taken to the hospital early Wednesday morning. Can you imagine an Indian hospital? Hopefully they have top-notch physicians out there, and they haven't all come to the U.S. to be doctors, at least the best physicians. A CT scan and X-ray confirmed that she had a hairline fracture in her wrist. This is the second time former presidential candidate has injured herself on her India trip. She slept on the steps, like I was saying earlier. And this is, again, the best the Democrats had to offer. A broken down lady. I'm not even trying to pick on her. But she couldn't handle the obligations of the office of presidency. So we ended up with Donald Trump, who obviously doesn't know how to be president very well, or presidential. When are the American people going to realize that the Democrat Party and the Republican Party are useless, and we need to find a new way? And I'm not talking about changing the voting, the way we vote. I'm talking about how we pick these people to even get into a race. Because the so-called elite aren't so elite when you have Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton as your best options. More on Hillary Clinton. She says white women voted for Trump because their husbands told them so. So women, according to Hillary Clinton, aren't smart enough to think on their own, smart enough to decide who was best suited for the presidency. So they went with Trump because their husband told them so. Now, do you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think women are so naive, so uninformed that they would only vote for Trump because their husband told them so? And she's, of course, blaming it on the fact that, well, Democrats don't do so well with white men. And they don't do so well with married white women because apparently there's something wrong there. I'll tell you why. It's a very simple answer, Hillary. The Democrats don't pander to them enough. And because they don't pander to that core group that you're speaking of, that demographic, because they don't pander to them, you don't get their votes. The Republicans pander to them. And that's all it is at this point. It's pandering. 15 months into a Donald Trump presidency, and we have a tax plan that helps the corporations out, not too much on the individual. The individual didn't do so much. Next year, the families will see a little bit more back because they got a tax credit because they were pandered to by the Republicans. Hey, if you got kids, we'll just double that tax credit. What the hell? That's awesome. Twice as much money coming back from the government, taken from other places, because a lot of these people who have children that you can at least are old enough to claim on your taxes aren't all that rich. And they probably don't pay a whole heck of a lot of taxes. Some do. It's just a whole cluster frickin' mess here. Despite what the parties will tell you are unqualified to run for president. They just don't have the qualifications. They're not presidential enough. They're not healthy enough. They're not sane enough. Now we got to deal with the social media aspect. Whatever happened to the bully pulpit? That's become Twitter for the Twitter Don. He just uses that as the bully pulpit. Schmendricks, these empty suits. Donald Trump was the lesser of two evils. That's for sure. We thought he might actually try to drain the swamp. But what we're seeing is that the whole thing's in disarray. I don't know if he can handle criticism. I don't know what's going on in the White House. But I'm not liking it. To me, the White House has to be above a whole lot of stuff. Politics and all. You have to represent every single American. And if you're going to fire people, whatever, you're going to follow some kind of professional process and not run to Twitter for everything. Do you know how mad I would be? Do you know how mad I would be? What kind of enemy you would make of me if you were my boss and instead of pulling me in a room and saying, hey, there's a problem here, we need to go our separate ways, we figure out how to do that in private, whether you fire me, whatever. Do you know how much of an enemy I would be if you came out on social media and just said, hey, listen, Jay Lebang's fired. Sorry, he's fired. I didn't have the guts to tell him face to face, but I'm going to tell all of social media, and it'll get around to him, and he'll find out eventually because people listen to my social media. Why do people listen to these guys' social media? It's the same with the 4chan stuff and QAnon. Everybody's jumping on that bandwagon because they don't even know who this guy is. He could be a total internet troll that just knows a little bit of stuff. I mean, if you pay attention, you'll see that QAnon, what he's telling people, it's not so mysterious. All you have to do is pay attention to the news a little bit, and you'll be right in line with Mr. QAnon, whoever this Schmendrick is. And there's a whole bunch of YouTube channels that are now giving this guy all kinds of credence. It's making me sick. In fact, as I said last week, we're slowly but surely moving off of some mediums and we're going to other mediums. And we're going to go where the crowd appreciates us and put some time into us. There's no point of going to a place that has a bunch of fake people on it and attempting to give them something worthwhile, try to attract them to what you're doing, because most of the people on certain places are just, they don't care. They'd rather live in fake world, and I'm too realistic. On the other side of this, we're gonna run up against a break here real quick, folks. And I know I'm kind of rambling tonight. Be right back.
You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
It's what's cool on radio.
Hello, this is the D. How can I help you? Beverly, is that you? Oh, it's so huge to hear from you. Been a long time. No, I haven't been able to get over there. Been kind of busy doing my thing here in the White House. I just saw Vlad last week. We had a great time. How's Hillary doing? I heard she had a spill. Glad to hear it. Can you hang on? Alright, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to get off now. Yeah, I did fire you via Twitter. Don't tell me how to run my office. This is the big leagues, and if you can't deal with it, go cry somewhere else. I don't have to tell you you're fired. I just tweet it. That's the best way. I don't care I was on the phone with you first. Oh, quit being such a baby. No, that's fake news. I don't want to hear it. I gotta go. Big news coming up. Gotta do another tweet. Whatever. It's huge.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Listening there. Don't go anywhere. The John Lebang Show is going to be right back. Just ask the hillbilly.
That's right. Right after this.
What about me? Maybe next time.
Powerful, epic music by Toothbox Roll. Life-changing lyrics come in every style, empowering humanity to finally unlock the chains of bondage. Experience the edgy side of positive music and rock your world today. From Primal to Divine, available now at sassyalternativemusic.com.
Okay, fellas, let's play smart out here.
Yeah, we all know how to play hockey.
I've never played before.
Okay, well, most of us know how to play.
Welcome to Virtual Infinity.
So much for my fear of drowning. Now what do we do?
I say we really know best. What do I owe the pleasure of this quiz? We got a big problem here. Run, Leroy, run!
Don't let it grab you.
Holy faces!
Coming this spring, Virtual Infinity, a special presentation of the John Lebang Show.
If you are elderly, disabled, receiving SSI or Medicaid, and you have a medical need or require assistance with daily housework, shopping, grooming, medication, you may qualify for housekeeping at no cost. Call now, VIP Home Healthcare, 248-579-3805. VIP Home Healthcare, there when you need them. That's 248-579-3805.
Fans, do you need a video for your brand new song but don't have a lot of money? Then contact John Lebang. His reasonable rates, professional look, and fast turnarounds will help get that song off the ground. Contact him at jlebang.com.
Hey, man, it's at the bottom of the hour, man. Do you know where your kids are, man?